All right, moving into the top 10. We got 10 teams remaining, and starting to shape out. This top 25 is starting to shape out. Number 10 is Texas A&M for me. They got a big, I mean big, you could say it again, improvements in their wide receiver room. Now, they lost Casey Concepcion, but then they gained Isaiah Horton. So they have Mario Craver, Isaiah Horton, Marcel Reed, Ruben Owens, I think is a running back. He is back. Those three things are huge for them. Getting your three key offensive players back, plus a second wide receiver who is an excellent player at Alabama coming into Texas A&M, I can't wait for this team. This team looks electric on offense. I watched some of their spring game. This team looks solid. Marcel Reed is back, as I said. They lost a lot of draft picks, but as I said just a second ago, they're backfilling really nicely. So they look really good. Offensive line replacement is their only unknown, I think, for this team, is the fact that they have to replace offensive linemen. So that's the only question I have. But other than that, Texas A&M looks like a really, really good team. All right, coming in at number 9, we got 9 teams remaining. Kind of starting to figure out where this top 25 is going. You know who's in the top 10 officially now. Number 9, we got Oklahoma Sooners. Oklahoma is a team that I am high on, more so than any other person, I think. Maybe you might have them ranked higher, but I just love this team. John Mateer's back. I could not be higher on John Mateer. I'm one of the highest people on John Mateer you'll ever meet. I would love to buy a John Mateer Heisman ticket at this point because I think it's going to happen. John Mateer should have been the Heisman favorite in 2025. Broke his hand, so then he just kept falling down the Heisman boards. Finished the year. Oklahoma made the playoffs when he had 9 fingers. So if he can do it with 9, he can do it with 10. I'm excited about Oklahoma. They returned 55% of their production on their team. Wide receiver Isaiah Sategna, redshirt senior. That guy is the reason that John Mateer is going to have a good year. Having him back will be amazing. I think he'll be a 1,000-yard receiver. I'm just really excited. They're bringing in Lloyd Avant. He's Avant. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his name. He's the transfer running back. I'm excited about him as well. So this Oklahoma team looks good. Things are starting to shape out well for them. All right, number 8. This team looks solid. It is Ole Miss. I have Ole Miss at number 8. My only concern with Ole Miss, this is it, is offensive line replacement. Can they replace offensive line? Can they get that offensive line going? Because you look at their team, and you have Pete Golding returning as their head coach. Well, I guess new head coach as of last year, so I guess he's not returning. He's first-year head coach. But he was the defensive coordinator there, so he'll have the defense under control. But you have Trinidad Chambliss returning, who was a top 10 Heisman favorite last year. You have Kawan Lacey returning, who in my opinion is one of, if not the best running backs in college football this year. You have wide receiver Deuce Alexander returning, who is going to be a top weapon for Trinidad Chambliss in 2026. So those 3 key offensive, returning production is going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see what this team could do, especially at those 3 spots. So I'm looking at Ole Miss and I'm saying, wow, I see a lot of exclamation marks around this team. I really like what this team has. And man, I'm just going to keep Ole Miss on the up and up. Number 7, this team is a well-known commodity at this point. A new team to the head of the table as of 2 years ago. It is the Indiana Hoosiers, the 2025 national champions. Most people say defending champions, but there's nothing to defend. The defense for Indiana still looks good, so I don't really have a ton of questions on there. They lost a lot of guys, but they backfilled nicely. You got Josh Hoover, the transfer quarterback from TCU. He ran the same offense at TCU as he will at Indiana, so I have no questions about that. Nick Marsh, wide receiver from Michigan State. I am excited about him. No questions there. I think he'll fit perfectly at Indiana. Charlie Becker, wide receiver 2, who is coming back to Indiana. He was there in the national championship season, so I am excited about him. That guy was a deep threat. He was great at body control. If you throw him the right ball, he will get it. So I'm excited about this offense. This defense still looks good. And remember, guys, Google Curt Zanetti because he wins. And he does. He has never had a losing season as a head coach. which is just insane to think about. So Kurt Ignetti wins, and I'm going to agree with him this year. I have them at number 7 in the preseason. All right, number 6 is a team in the SEC that I am keeping an eye on, and it is Georgia. The Georgia Bulldogs are coming in at 6. People in the comments or in the live chat might argue this one, and if you do, when this video premieres, I will be in the live chat. I will be in the comments. So if you're watching this and thinking Georgia at 6, and you think that's dumb, let me know in the live chat. Let me know in the comments. I respond to every live chat comment. I respond to every comment in the comment section. So get down in the comments because I am down there every day. I check comments and I will respond. I get notifications, click on it, and I comment, respond. So Georgia at 6. If you don't like that, let me know if they're too low, too high. But my thing here is Gunnar Stockton's back, man. I'm excited for him. I think the only way for Gunnar Stockton is up. I think he's only going to get better from here, so I'm excited about Gunnar Stockton. I'm also excited about their running back, Nate Frazier. He's returning. This guy's phenomenal. I believe he's going to be a junior this year. So again, there's questions, and then there's answers to those questions. So Georgia looks pretty good. I still think that they're going to be the first or second team in the SEC. Their defense still remains elite, especially with DB KJ Bolden. Really excited about him. 61% of returning snaps for Georgia. So this team looks excellent heading into 2026. All right, top 5 time. Here we go. Top 5 is officially here. Starting off at number 5. This top 25 is almost done. We are getting to the end here. But starting off with number 5 is none other than the ACC probably going to be champions, the Miami Hurricanes. This team looks good. Darian Mensah is there. He's the transfer from Duke. He's the quarterback. I'm loving him. Cannot wait for him. Malachi Toney is there. He is the receiver that is returning from Miami. He was a freshman last year. He's a sophomore this year. That guy was one of the best receivers in college football. He is going to be a top 3 receiver this year. I cannot wait for him. Mark Fletcher, that guy is a top 3 running back in college football this upcoming year. He was a beast last year. My top 3 running backs in college football, you know what? I'm going to wait on that because I think my next episode that I'm going to be doing, or at least next episode of the show in the future, will be position rankings. So I'll go like top 5 at every position. So I'm not going to spoil it now. That'll be, if not the Sunday show, then like a show in the next week. But I will get to that eventually. Mark Fletcher is there. Top defensive losses in the draft: Ruben Bain, Akeem Mesidor. They lost some offensive line guys, Francis Maui-Noah. So there's a lot of questions around this team in offensive line, and I just think that this Miami team is too good at recruiting, too good at portal to leave questions unanswered and to leave a stone unrolled or unturned. So I believe that this team is going to get things on track, especially at the offensive line, especially defense. They've got it figured out at quarterback, wide receiver, and running back. I think they'll get it figured out at offensive line and defensive line. So that's Miami at number 5. Number 4, this team is another team that you could argue to be higher. I just don't know yet. I just don't know. There's a lot of questions around them. I'm just not going to push them that high yet. I'll wait and see on this team. It's Notre Dame. I have Notre Dame at number 4. They just lost their top 2 running backs, top 2 playmakers on their offense, and that was Jadarian Price and Jeremiah Love to the pick 3 and pick 32 in the draft, not pick 1. But they have a new running back, Anais Williams, so I don't have a ton of concerns with Notre Dame in terms of running. I think they'll be able to. They're not going to have as good as running game as they did last year. It'll still be a solid running game, though. CJ Carr, he's back, so I'm excited to see what he can do. Don't have a lot of questions about him. Some people had some questions. I don't see a need to panic. Amazing DB room. I think their DB room looks amazing with Adon Scholler, Tay Johnson, and Ethan Long. 3 amazing DBs for Notre Dame. So I don't think you're going to be passing on them very much. So Notre Dame looks good. So I have them at number 4. Coming in at number 3, this is my top 3 teams in college football. Number 3 is the Oregon Ducks. That leaves me with 2 and 1 as the teams you guys know. We'll get to who's 2 and who's 1 in a second. But Oregon is number 3 in my post-spring top 25. They got one of the best wide receiver rooms in college football. Let's face it. Evan Stewart is there. Also, DeCorian Moore. Those two guys look phenomenal. Evan Stewart had a monster spring game. I'm excited to see what he can do. Also, they have a dominant defense. I'm telling you, this defense is improved from last year. Dante Moore is back, so that's experience at the quarterback position. It's experience at the running back, or at the wide receiver position. And they do still have experience at the running back position as well. And dominant on defense. So I have Oregon at number 3. They look really good, and I'm excited for them to be a contender in the Big Ten. All right, moving on to Texas at my 2 spot. That is correct. So Texas is 2, and that leaves Ohio State at the 1 spot. I don't think that, you're shocked. Well, maybe you are. I don't know. Let me know what your top 25 is. Comment that down below. But I have Texas at number 2. They have a great halfback room. Hollywood Smothers from NC State. Raleek Brown, I believe, is from USC. I could be wrong there. He went to a few schools, but I think he's from USC. So they have 2 phenomenal, starting running backs on their team. They also have a great wide receiver room with Cam Coleman, Ryan Wingo, and Emmett Mosley. Emmett Mosley is a little underrated, I think. But Cam Coleman, Ryan Wingo, those are top 5 wide receivers in college football. Edge Colin Simmons, that guy is going to be a monster. That's going to be a first-round top 10 draft pick in 2026, that's for sure. The defense looks good. Well, I guess it'll be 2027. But the defense looks good. Like I said, Colin Simmons, but beyond him, it still looks really good. I am just excited about this Texas team. Arch Manning is back. Arch Mania is here. The Arch era. Is it time? That's the question I have for Texas. Is it time? And if it's not, when is the time? So that's the question I'm going to leave with Texas fans. And my number 1 team in my way too early post-spring top 25, it is the Ohio State Buckeyes. I have Bo Jackson circled because I think he's going to be a big factor here. Bo Jackson looks like a great running back. You pair him with Julian Sain at the quarterback position. You pair him with Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Inniss, Chris Henry at wide receiver. This team is loaded. This team's loaded. You got one of the best quarterbacks. You got one of the best running backs. You got 3 of the most best receivers in college football. I said most best. I meant just best. This team looks good. There's some offensive line questions. I think Ryan Day is going to take care of that. There's some defensive questions. Defense looks good to me. So a lot of the questions are being answered at Ohio State. They have a really tough schedule. They got a top 5 toughest schedule in college football. I have them ranked at the number 1 toughest Big Ten schedule. So you can make an argument that they might lose 2 games. But I'm not projecting with this. I'm giving you my top 25 as of right now. So I have Ohio State at number 1. They look like the number 1 team. I don't think that... there is a way to argue it. You could argue for Texas. You could argue for Oregon. You could argue for Notre Dame. I just don't think that those teams are quite to the caliber Ohio State is. I think you could make an argument more so for Texas. But I love Ohio State at number 1. I love the Heisman contention with Jeremiah Smith and Julian Sain. This team's loaded, so that's why I have Ohio State as my number 1 team in the country.